All right, welcome to round 5 of the MRL Tier 3 Championship here in Season 10. We are getting ready to make our way into Zandvoort. Joining me is Miniko.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, and we're just going to go ahead and roll straight into this. So, taking a look at Zandvoort in the Netherlands, close to the coast, so honestly, there can be a lot of unpredictable weather. But seems to be clear skies going on here. 14 corners making our way around, and 2 DRS zones. I can really compare this track to Hungary in a lot of facets, where not tier one, turn one is one of the best overtaking spots overall, at least in my opinion. There are other overtaking spots, such as, of course, that banked hairpin not too long after turn one, but overtaking is not going to be the easiest, meaning that qualifying will be immensely important.
Yeah, it definitely will, and especially with this track being very tight. Even if you want to go for an overtake, it's going to be very, very difficult to do so because you have very little margin for error, and these drivers are going to experience it in qualifying as well.
Oh yeah, I mean, I just raced in Tier 5 a little bit ago, and oh boy, yeah, definitely, like, okay, so on the surface and everything, this track seems relatively wide, honestly, in comparison to a couple other circuits, but when you're actually in there and driving, it's not. It's incredibly close. Like, there
Oh
is,
yeah.
like, it's very deceptive in appearance regarding that. I mean, it doesn't help that with the way this track is laid out and the way the racing line runs through it, there aren't many openings that you can get to make an overtake. So, like Nico and I stated, qualifying is so essential here.
Yeah, very much so. And even if you want to go for an overtake, you need to have quite a pretty big pace advantage as well, because you try and send it up the inside, the person, if you have similar tires as the person that you're racing, well, they can easily defend it because, well, they have both the outside and the inside line can both work for defending, which is just absolutely mad, especially for turn one. So there's it's just very difficult to do anything around here.
Oh yeah, I mean, I consider this track to only have like 4 or 5 real overtaking spots. Currently on board with CJ. Like, through here, you can potentially make a move if someone struggles on the exit, try to get alongside. Unfortunately, though, that'll be easier said than done because there's a DRS zone immediately after. And yeah, you can send it on the inside down here, but you need to be like fully alongside if you're hoping to pull that off. It is incredibly difficult, and if you're fighting in that corner, you're going to be losing so much time to those cars ahead. So really, the most viable way to overtake is down the main straight, down this banked glass corner, and all the way down. But the thing is, of course, if you want to do that, it would be in your best interest to have lower downforce at a really high downforce circuit. So you're playing a very dangerous game. If you want to make moves and overtakes, there's a lot of risk versus reward here.
That's the challenge of Netherlands. Just like Hungary, as you said, it's pretty similar in that words. Wow, we love words. Okay, let me start that over. It's pretty similar to what you experience at Hungary, because you kind of do need to set it up for the last DRS straight, because if you get the move done at turn one at Hungary, there's a chance that they might be able to get you back to turn two. Similar situation. You get them through at turn 10? Yeah, turn 10.
Yeah.
And then they could get you at turn one. So like it's one of those situations. The only difference is there's two DRS detection points and not just one. So
yeah, I mean, you know what, Hungary,
things.
like, I would also consider that to have, like, very few overtaking spots. Obviously, like, the 2 small DRS zones on the main straight, and then subsequently after turn 1, like, that's your best bet for overtaking. And then you got, the few hairpin corners at the end of Sector 3 where you can maybe try something. But, like, again, like, not many openings, so this track is a really big exercise in patience.
Yeah, patience, very much the key. Monaco screams that as well.
Monaco screams that, but I would say, like, Zandvoort is a little bit different because, you look at the size of this track and you see how wide it is, and it feels like there's openings. At Monaco, of course, there isn't. Oh, and Mal just spun out, hit the wall. That is probably a front wing break on top of all that. But, anyways, like, at Zandvoort, you feel like there are openings, and the openings are there. And there is a gap, but I highly advise you don't listen to Senna and go for a gap that exists because that gap will not last long at a track like this. Like the gap will be there for a moment, but then it's going to close up immediately. So you just got to be really careful with how you do it.
It's just one of those tricky things you have to manage, isn't it? And management being a big key for this race, especially with your tires and fuel, because this track will eat those up as well. That's really just going to be the key to this track is just management.
Oh yeah, speaking of tires, the hards suck. The hards suck around here, all right?
Oh, really?
I did my second stint on the hard tires. They were abysmal in comparison to the mediums. And like there was a safety car not too long after I pit on the hards. And I'm like, should I pit and go for mediums? No, I'm in third place. I'll be fine. And then I drop all the way down to ninth. So I really should have listened to my gut there in that moment, but you'll win some, you take some P9s. Well, I don't win any, but
Damn. Hey, maybe someday.
I won on debut, and it's all downhill from there.
Well, not exactly. It's been up and down. It's been going upwards a little more.
Yeah, that's true.
Besides the point. We have our first
AK
8 of the
fastest,
session, by the way.
Yeah, that's a really good time.
That could potentially beat me because I suck at this track.
Yeah,
this track is not a favorite of mine. It's a good track, but just
it's fun to drive around, and I also just happen to suck at it. And then today in qualifying, it's like I did TTs and I did terrible, and then we go in here, and then I put in a lap that was like half a second faster than my best in time trials, and I'm just sitting there like I'm simultaneously impressed with myself and disappointed.
It be like that.
Yeah, actually, speaking of impressive, Punjo just went second fastest.
He was actually topping the timesheets for quite a long time, so he's been sitting there for quite a bit, but AK deep
yeah, he's on a flyer right now, it looks like. Oh.
He's down on his time. Beast!
Oh.
What a lap!
Yeah, that is certainly a beast of a lap right there. That is impressive.
Wow, okay, well... I knew that this track, in terms of the tiers, would be close in terms of quality times. That's just insane.
Oh,
An 8.4. That's gonna beat me for sure.
In the chat from Laddie, it looks like the gamma's all the way up. Yeah, that's Zandvoort for you. On a clear day, it is oppressively bright here. It actually hurt my eyes to drive around the entire race with just the sun blaring. When it got overcast, even a little, I was crying tears of joy in that moment. But this is one of those tracks where if it's extremely bright, it could easily screw you up. I mean, Monaco I think is another example where it's if it's extremely bright, you coming out of the tunnel is like a freaking flashbang right to the face. So if something happens in front, you're too blinded for a moment and you may get caught up in something there. Thankfully there are no tunnels here, but still the oppressive brightness can definitely mess you up.
Yeah, that's just Netherlands for you. I'm curious though, as the weather will maybe get a bit of weather.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, one of the drivers
not drive it.
Yeah,
are they? No, they haven't said anything, so haven't heard anything in terms of rain. But who knows? They could be just hiding it.
True. Let's see here. We have Gary making his way around. It looks like he's on a cooldown lap. What about Kiss My Axe? This seems to be a flyer. Yes, I think it is. Burning up all of their battery in the process goes P10.
Yeah, pretty respectable lap time for Kiss My Axe. I believe. Where is he in the championship? Where is Mr. Kiss My Axe in the good old Tier 3 Tier 3 championship? Oh, never mind. He's not doing that well. I thought he was doing a lot better. He's got 2 points to his name. It's not been a good season for him. I thought he was doing a lot better than that. Sorry.
Yeah.
But hey, halfway point of the season, the only way to go is up. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah, actually, I've been thinking of doing like a mid-season review mini. I think I told you about like Pat and I planning to do the podcast. We're gonna get that up and running soon enough. But
Oh
we're
yeah.
we're gonna do some extra MRL content on the side, and one of the things I want to do is a mid-season review. So, since we're at the halfway point, uh,
Might as well, yeah.
yeah, right. So it's like here's a perfect opportunity to do a mid-season review. So Pat and I are definitely gonna have to go through some notes. So probably get an extra guest on there, so then we
Yeah.
have all the information because I suck at that. Uh,
Just look at the standings and you're done. Easy.
yeah, but I mean, like,
That's all you need to know.
well, yeah, I mean, if possible, though, I would like someone who is a little bit more knowledgeable on like the drivers and everything. Because like I know some of the stuff, like in Tier 5, I know what's going on, and no assists, I know what's going on because race in one, commentate the other. I have a general idea of a couple other tiers thanks to other people I talk to, but like, definitely would prefer an extra source in that situation.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that I ain't got much else. But nonetheless, we still have to go through the races and the halfway point of the season. We still got a couple more to go.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So we're gonna just move that aside, look on forward, and right now just get to the end of qualifying. There's just over 4 minutes left, and Beast is still top of the timesheets with that beautiful lap.
Yeah, that is a very impressive time. And right now, I mean, we only have 3 drivers in that 1 minute 8, which is impressive. But no one else has been able to come close. I do though expect everybody to come out within the next like 2 minutes and
Oh yeah.
go for one final run. Actually, it seems that Normbash is already in the middle of one, but looks like they're just breaking even for the most part. Yeah, that run was essentially breaking even as far as I'm concerned. Like, all difference by only a few thousands. Though Zach is already making a more significant difference. 3/10 gained in Sector 1 alone.
Yeah, big gain for Zach right now. We'll see if he's able to hold on to it right now. Seeming like a decent run through the sweeping right and left. Open the DRS. What's Sector 2 saying? Is he up? He is... Whoa, 3/10.
Yeah, it's still
He
that
could
same
jump
3/10
up
as
way.
earlier. So, I mean, while that is impressive, I mean, it will be enough to get potentially to the top 10, but not enough to get into that top 5. That is slightly higher level. But let's see if this final sector will make a difference, taking a little bit further on the inside instead of sweeping out. Goes across, loses a little bit of time, actually, I think, in that final sector. So, unfortunately, that small difference just cost them a spot in the top 10.
Oh, as we have a spinner, Normash is... Well, he was in the wall, but he's all good now.
Yeah.
A little bit of a spin at the exit turn 11. Or
Oh
12.
yeah, it's very easy to spin out here, especially with, like I said, the hard tires. They suck. They really do. And it when they start losing grip, you just feel the car just giving out under you. It sucks.
So you're saying is that we could see a couple of spins at the exit of 12? Is that what you're saying?
Well, no,
Hold
not
on a
just
minute.
there, but I suspect we'll see some
Turn 1?
turn 1, the hairpin corner. Also, let's see here. Where Sean Tilla is currently around here, like the right-hander followed by the left, we could also see a potential spin out. Because, yeah, again,
point.
like, the grip just really falls away fast on the hards. I genuinely was baffled by it. Because I was just sitting there. Like, the mediums, I ran those for like 12 laps straight. They were golden. And then for the hards, after 10 laps, they were just starting to eat away. And I'm just sitting here and I'm thinking this is literally Silverstone all over again, where the mediums are better than the hards, and I don't understand. Like, the mediums, despite, technically worse wear, still maintain better grip than the hards did. They were, like, on average. It was kind of infuriating.
One of those weird tracks, isn't it?
Yeah, and this is one of those weird tracks like Silverstone where the hards just really suck. Where typically, they're really reliable, which is, kind of the point, but they're just not around here. The softs, I mean, for some reason the game kept on recommending me to use them, but, soft tire grip also very quickly falls away. So it's like, for me, the medium tire is the optimal one to use throughout this entire thing.
You kind of just don't want to touch the softs until like very, very late when there's like a late safety car or something.
Yeah, it was
like,
telling me to
one
run
thing you have
those
to do.
for like 12 or 15 laps.
Yeah.
Yeah, and,
like,
I looked at Mark and went, "Are you out of your freaking mind? I'm not doing this. I am not doing
yeah,
this."
exactly. Yeah, no, it's like if people can make the softs work and take them like half distance.
Oh yeah.
And still be in a competitive position, fair play. Props to you, because I'm pretty sure my tires will be gone and I'd be spinning in a wall.
Yeah,
Or
actually,
with a puncture,
props
I don't know.
to Jake Laser in Tier 5 because he did exactly that.
Oh, wow. Damn.
Yeah, he took them about 12 laps and then pitted for hard tires, and yeah, that worked out pretty well for him. But
Where did he
yeah,
finish?
I don't remember actually. I was too focused on trying to hold on to P9.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Focus on your own. Yeah. Okay. That's very. Yeah. We're coming near the dying stages of this qualifying, by the way. Punju has retired. That's
He crashed.
Or no, is it? No, he did crash. Hey, oh, yeah, exit turn 12.
Yeah, well, you said hey, it can happen around turn 12, and sure enough,
Yeah, exactly.
there it is.
That was great.
There it is.
Checker flag's fallen.
Punju being very gracious and providing an example of how it can happen.
Yeah, thank you.
Meanwhile, CJ
CJT.
improves and beats Punju, just as insult to injury. Beast improves further. Yeah,
Holy.
Yeah, meanwhile, Process, let's see if we can trust in the Process as he's making his way around this final corner, going across the line. Has he done enough to get into that top 4? Yes, he has. Oh,
nope, never mind. Speedy
he did, and then
third.
Speedy just immediately shoved him out of it. Oh,
play,
and Punju's falling down further as Jacobson gets past, and he falls down yet another spot.
He was second. Now he's in 9th. Can it go even further?
Crashing, that's just. Oh.
Gary's down. I think everybody's done on their laps.
Not entirely. Yeah, Gary's crossing the line.
Nah, he's way down on his time.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Yeah. That's it. Looks like. Yep. That is it. Beast is going to take pole by a considerable margin, followed by AK, Technic Speedy, Henry, Process, CJ, Fatweed, MB Jacobson, Punju, and Ketchin rounding out the top 10. And it's interesting. We have almost all the Mercedes-powered cars in the top 10, with the exception of Gary, who's just outside of it. Otherwise, it would have been almost entirely Mercedes power. So, there clearly those engines hit different around here. AK, meanwhile, brilliant job to take second, but still, that is a bit of a gap between himself and Beast.
Yeah, that's an absolute beast lap from him. 4/10 over the next guy. That's just incredible.
Just absolutely nuts.
Get this man in Tier 1. See what he can do, because apparently he's capable. Yeah, nonetheless, though, great lap from him. AK tried, but just AK was not quite able to get there. Hopefully the tides turn for the Alpine. Not exactly had the greatest of seasons, so hopefully a change could happen. Technic Speedy, 3rd. That's a good qualifying from him. Then it's Mercedes, McLaren, Mercedes. Process is not gonna like that. He's surrounded by 2 German manufactured cars.
It gets even worse because he's been in between the 2 Mercedes, which are in between the 2 Red Bulls.
Yes, sir. Loving that. And then MB Jacobson is just gonna see chaos probably unfold.
Yeah.
So the only 2 teammates that are right alongside each other are the 2 Williams, both in the top 10.
Yeah, which is actually
I think AlphaTauri as well.
Yeah.
So they're way down the order, unfortunately. Yeah. And no rain. Okay, well, we don't have to worry about that.
One thing that I will think is a little bit of a factor is the pit lane, considering how short it is. I think there could be a couple shenanigans afoot throughout that.
Well, there's a couple things that could happen with that pit lane. It's either somebody is going to hit the wall because it has a slight kink to the right and then to the left. Somebody's definitely going to hit the wall. And on top of that, there's going to be a lot of speeding penalties because people still aren't used to the fact that the pit lane speed is 60 kilometers or 37
it's
miles.
Slow. It is slow. And again, that's because it's so short of a pit lane.
And especially when it's so high speed going into the corner.
Yeah,
going into
and
the
then
pit
of
lane.
course
Like,
you're immediately
gonna really
driving
do
out of
something.
the pit lane into a hairpin. So if you get a little bit too eager for your own good, you could be taking off your front wing or your front tire, and you're done. It's rare, but it does happen. I'm just saying that as a possibility. I don't think anyone here will do that. Didn't happen in Tier 5 either, but again, a lot of crazy things can happen.
That's just the beauty of MRL and Tier 3.
Well,
We'll just
also
have to
just
see.
this game in general, because it is kind of whack. Like,
True.
yeah, safety car happened, and then Mark got on the radio and said, "Hey, man, sorry about the damage, but here's his alternate strategy." And I'm like, "I have no damage, Mark. What are you talking about?"
Yeah, that's just one of the lines that he has, even though there's
Oh,
no
yeah.
damage. Anyways,
Here we go. 5 red lights coming on here, and Zandvoort. And there we go. 5 red lights. Beast gets a brilliant star, just a clean getaway. On the other hand, Technic Speedy didn't get such a great getaway. Henry's alongside. They bang wheels for a moment, but Technic just remains ahead. That was really close, and a lot of position changes. Suddenly he's having to catch it. He's all the way. He spun and had a collision with CJ, it looks like. Meanwhile, Punji finds himself up to P7.
There are a couple collisions further on back. You had a Haas and a Ferrari that were off at turn 1. Then CJT and Ketchin, I'm assuming, just getting caught up into each other through turn 2, and there you go. They're both round, and now they're way off the pack. But aside from that, everybody still close to each other.
Yeah, speaking of close, Punju, yeah, he's already looking to make a move here, getting past Batweave. What straight line speed he's got. I think he may be running a little lower downforce in exchange for some straight line power. I think that is Punju's game plan. Yeah, well, I mean, he did use some ERS, but honestly not that much. So, I mean, I think he may be running lower downforce, either that or Fatweed struggled on the exit. I'm not sure. Oh, well, speaking of moves, here goes Process on the inside. Yeah, that medium grip is just so good. And managed to get him past Henry.
Yeah, I'm looking at the tires right now. Process is on mediums. AK as well, also on the mediums, but not quite able to make work on Beast yet. Punju's on the softs, so that's why he's looking very punchy. In fact, he's almost looking for another move on Henry. Thought about it, but couldn't quite get it done.
Yeah, there is definitely a possibility to make a move out of that hairpin, but like the window is short. So if you're going to do it, you need to have a significant speed margin. Oh, no! Yep, that's Speedy. And he takes out the marker sign, which, for those who don't use the racing line, that might be a little bit of a problem. It depends on what...
He's in to rejoin safely, so
I know. What I'm saying is, like, if some people don't use a racing line, and they use that 150 marker board as a reference point, that could be a little bit inconvenient.
Nonetheless, though, it looks like nobody's been affected, so I guess we move on from that. But yeah, Speedy just going a little bit too speedy into a corner and just going straight off. Didn't help him. Beast is still leading this race. Punju, is he doing anything? Is he thinking of a move? Nope, not quite. But he needs to get this move on, because those tires are going to go off real soon.
Yeah, especially with him driving as aggressive as he is, it's just going to wear it down that much quicker. But, I mean, it's smart to just make the most of it while you can. Speaking of, here he goes, going for another move on the inside, getting so alongside, and just ahead in time for this right-hander.
That was a bit close for comfort, but, you know, this track being very tight.
Yeah, I was about to say, like...
give that sense, but...
Yeah, almost every overtake around here is going to be a little close for comfort.
Oh, yeah. Unless it's, like, on the DRS straight.
Oh, yeah.
Any
I
corner,
mean, it can be a little close for comfort if you ask Mick Schumacher in 2021.
That's a very good point. It's a very, very good point. I can't argue that. Now, Punju, he's now trying to pursue P3 because he has got the rear wing of Process right in front of him. He's going to have the DRS, and this is going to be a pretty easy move, probably.
Oh, yeah. Wait, not entirely. Oh, never mind. No, there it goes. Yeah, he's clear as he makes his way through. Gets fastest lap on top of that. No surprise there. Those soft tires are really benefiting him right now, as he's now going to close a gap to the top two. And right now, Beast, yeah, he lost position to AK, and that's what I mean by those hard tires. They suck. They really suck around here. Like, they are, like, they just don't have as much grip at all, and they just don't have any bite to them. That's the best way I can describe them. Like, they don't have anything. So honestly,
I mean, he's still holding on. He's still within a second
you
of AK.
say that, but he just
terrible.
lost 3/10 in a few moments.
It's very true. Maybe those mediums are looking beautiful, as you mentioned, because they're a good race tire.
Oh yeah, they absolutely are, but the hards around here are just not. They are not fun.
Duly noted. I shall write this down in my notes of what to do and what not to do for Tier 1, because I have no idea what I'm doing going into that race.
Yeah, me unintentionally / intentionally giving everybody later on some strategy tips.
I'm definitely not your team principal. You definitely shouldn't be giving this to me. Definitely not. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge.
I mean, I'm just saying this in general, so I mean, who knows how many people will listen to it or not. I'm just saying they suck. Like, they really do. Anyways, yeah, Beast actually managed to close up that gap. I think Beast is really just doing this well in spite of the hard tires and not because of it. Punju, meanwhile,
we saw his basic qualifying.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Meanwhile, Punju is slowly but surely closing that gap, but it's only a matter of time before those softs die out. I give it like 3 more laps, and then they're going to be struggling.
Yeah, we'll see. But one thing's for sure, he is almost close to dropping Process. He's very close to doing it. In fact, actually, he has, because Process doesn't have DRS anymore. So Punju
and that's not good news for Process, because now he's going to have to deal with 3 cars approaching behind. Actually, make that more than 3. Let's make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars, all close together at DRS. Yeah. So this is going to be very bad news for Process, because, I mean, this straight line is so powerful for the cars chasing. I mean, look at that. Henry's closing in rapidly. Not enough to make a move on the inside unless he really sends it. And I'm glad he didn't, because that wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, that would have been a very dumb decision if he went for that, but he didn't, so we're good. By the way, I just want to quickly mention, while Punju is having a pretty good time trying to catch up to the front pack, he's got to mention the other Williams here, Ketchin. This has not been his race at all. He's already a lap down.
Wait, he's lapped already? Oh my god.
He is. He has had a torrid time already, and we haven't even gotten through 33% of this race. I was going to mention it before, because he's been lapped for a while, but there you go.
Wow, that is just brutal.
Very. Hopefully a safety car helps him, because if he gets a safety car, then he'll be back in the mix.
Yeah,
but
he can unlap himself if a safety car occurs, but everybody's keeping it clean.
Yeah, so far it's so good. Beast, I don't think is going to be able to make a move this time around. He's got the DRS, but he's not using any battery, so he's sticking behind, which is a very smart call. So he's using AK to try and just take him away from the rest of the pack. Very smart. As we got a bunch of battling further back, and MB Jacobson defending, I think, from KDM.
Yeah. Sandman comments, the hards are awesome. They come alive, you get a nice long stint. I went for 24 laps and I was in pain. Okay, I respectfully disagree. That was a nice long stint, and they were in shambles by the end. Oh my god!
Oh! What is what? What?
I get over just in time to watch MB Jacobson perish.
Well, it was very weird because I went on board with Fatweed, who seems to be lagging, and then everybody just kind of checked up, and oh no, Sharky.
Well, I said MB Jacobson perish, but that's kind of an understatement compared to his teammate, who is absolutely gone. Oh.
Yeah, it was such a weird situation because just like looking at it, Fatweed was having lag issues. In fact, actually, he lagged out of the session. That caused MB Jacobson to check up because he thought he was going to get crashed out by Fatweed, and then it just caused a whole pile up behind.
Yeah, meanwhile, for Punju, he gets a free pit stop. Like, this is as free as you can get. Now you can do soft, medium, medium to the end. And, like, that will be an optimal strategy.
Yeah, Punju's now looking absolutely brilliant. This strategy has worked out beautifully for him.
Yeah.
Beast also pitted, interestingly. So he pitted from the lead off those hards.
Like
Not
I said,
bad
those
call,
are
actually.
suck,
I can
and now he
see
doesn't
it.
have to use them anymore. He can do 2 sets of mediums to the end as well.
Yeah, this isn't a bad call from him because he's gotten rid of the hard stint, and now he's got all this free play because I think he only did 2 laps of qualifying. He has a fresh set of softs just waiting.
Yeah, exactly. Like
He can do anything.
I think a more optimal strategy around here is soft, medium, medium, or soft, medium if you really manage your tires well. Like, unironically, I would not touch the hards around here unless you really have faith in them. Like,
Oh,
nope.
yeah. Oh, there's a Williams missing a front wing. Ketchin is missing a front wing, and he's been lapped. He's going to have to go to the pits.
Yeah,
It's just gone from bad to worse for Ketchin. Oh,
yeah,
no.
this is definitely going to be a race to forget for Ketchin. I would not blame him if he chose to retire. What?
There's more damage.
Where?
There's more damage just for the front guys. I think Process has gotten front wing damage.
Let me take a look here. This is so far away.
No, it's Fatweed. Fatweed has damage. What happened?
This game is refusing to give me a good POV. There we go. Yeah, he's missing his front left end plate. And
and nearly collides with Ketchin.
Yeah.
It's a safety car,
Sadly,
guys.
just takes his time going in. And yep, I knew he was going too fast. I was about to say it, but yeah, that's a 5 second. Honestly, I wouldn't blame Ketchin if he just retired in the pits. I wouldn't, because I mean, like, look at how
He doesn't.
Like, he's been lapped by almost the entire field now.
I don't think he does, though.
Yeah.
He's going to stick it out to the end. You know what? I applaud that.
I do applaud that, but like I said, if he did just choose to retire in the pits, I would not blame him whatsoever. Because I'm gonna be honest, if I were in his shoes, I would have done that and called it a day.
Oh yeah. I'm looking at some of the tires that everybody pitted on. So Beast, Punju, and Gary, they're on a set of mediums. Zach, Mod, Jacobson, hards. Then it's medium, hard, medium, medium. I'm not sure what KDM's thinking. It's on softs.
A really aggressive strategy, and I think that's kind of the point. I think he's banking on another safety car to occur a few laps from now.
Can't say I blame him for thinking that. That's a very fair thought. So we'll see how he can make work of the soft safety car is in.
Yeah, it's really awkward to do a restart around here. Because, I mean, you're going to be doing it by the time you're starting to get on the hairpin. Well, not the hairpin, the banked curve. Like, it's right around there. So it's like a really, really awkward spot to begin it. But, yeah, we'll see how AK leads them off. Because you can take a little bit of your sweet time going around the banked incline, then just jump them when they least expect it. But, I mean, you can see, you're just going along the curve, still waiting, and there he goes. Yeah, jumped him when they least expected, literally, like I stated. And Henry was caught unawares, Process a little bit more so, and that's allowing Beast to get alongside to make a move. Process doesn't even try to fight that one, he just lets him on through.
I guess Process is playing it safe, playing it smart, I guess.
Yeah, I would consider that playing it smart, because Beast definitely seems to have more pace, and... oh, yeah, Bunju also has more pace as he makes his way past. I mean, in my personal opinion, it's like, if there's a driver behind you, and they're like a solid second faster than you, just let them through, and so that way, you're not holding yourself up trying to fight them, and then the other cars
Something tells me the top two aren't going to do that. Because they're probably banking on another safety car.
They have reason to fight, I agree, but, like, Process in that situation, like, Beast and Bunju were a little faster, and speaking of a little faster, Spears Gary is also in that boat as they're getting alongside. Process puts on the pressure. Oh, really close there, but Process ends up almost losing out on another position, but he manages to keep Gary behind. I almost said he was going to lose out, but a good save by him. Gary, though, I think he's insisting on taking that P5 from him, and he does succeed in doing so.
As we're nearly going 3 wide for P2, Bunju's looking for the move as Beast made the move on Henry. Henry just lost 2 positions before he even made it to turn 1. The Beast now in second, Bunju up to third, and now they're all over the back of AK.
Yeah, this track promotes such close racing. It's genuinely insane to see. Like, look behind it, like P9. There are so many cars that are so close together, and I'm worried we may have another incident going into this corner. But thankfully, that's all
Nothing.
avoided.
Just about as KDM is looking everywhere to think about a move. In fact, he thought of going down the inside of Jacobson, can't quite get it done, but he's got a good exit around the outside, not quite. Switchback? Nope, because Technic Speedy is right there to make sure that KDM doesn't move anywhere.
KDM
but
is
can't
just
quite get the move done.
desperate. He wants any opening he can possibly get, but like we stated earlier, it's really hard to find an opening in here, and it's very deceptive because you will think there's an opening for a moment, and then it just closes immediately. KDM is already getting a little bit slippery, and that's going to give Technic Speedy an opportunity to get past him. Really pressing down on that overtake right now. He just burnt a significant amount of battery to attempt to make a move, going side by side into turn one. That superior grab of the soft tires. It's not enough as he goes into the wall.
Oh no! Is that going to be anything? I don't think, no, there's not going to be any chance of a safety car. He hasn't even lost a bit of his front wing. So a bit of a lucky escape, but KDM, the aggressive strategy, didn't work. While that went on, AK, now down to third, Beast and Punju are now P1 and P2.
I think Punju genuinely has a really good shot at winning this thing. It's going to be between Beast and Punju at this point.
Oh, no doubt. AK has kind of played the strategy wrong. It hasn't worked out for him. Now he's going to be under pressure from Gary. Gary's actually kind of surprising me right now. He's showing some really good race pace right now.
Yeah.
And as to whether he'll catch up to front two, I don't know, but he's in the position to grab third, no problem.
Yeah, as D-Master rightfully states, 7-lap difference makes sense for him to be losing pace. It's like a good 15%. Yeah, and I do agree. And this is also, I think, one of those tracks where tire wear is going to make a more significant difference than it would at other circuits.
Oh yeah, big time. Any bit of tire wear and you're instantly slower than anybody with slightly fresher tires. It's just a given with this game.
Well, I mean, I feel like at other tracks, you could fight that a little bit better, like, say, Austria or something. But around here, that isn't the case. Like, again, like, a small difference will make a huge impact.
That's kind of what I like about this game. Like, having these different tire strategies and actually being able to use every tire in some extent, and like knowing that if you overcut, yes, you'll lose time, but you'll be faster, or like anything like that.
Oh yeah, I genuinely think the overcut is superior to the undercut in this game. Like, I don't think an undercut is a really good strategy around here, unless, you know, safety car shenanigans occur, obviously. But even then,
that's safety car, yeah.
Like, if safety car shenanigans occur, even then, I would say that an undercut is not the best strategy, because, like you said, tire wear it's a huge difference.
Yeah, big time. Because this track just, for some people, this track just wears tires amazingly bad. Like, you could be wearing like 8% a lap on softs at times. It's just that type of track.
Yeah, Henry gets past Maud, is currently P7. Well, Henry's just keeping him behind.
He's keeping him behind because he has yet to pit. Mod has, so Henry putting up a defense. And also, AK as well putting up a decent run for himself. Still in P4. Yellow flags. What's going on? Oh, CJT's missing a front wing.
Well, that is bad news for him. He's only down in P14, so that is not going to be helping him. And there goes Normbash getting past him as well. Yeah, just a little bit of damage is a huge impact here because, you know, high downforce circuit, any downforce loss is going to absolutely suck. It's not like Vegas where you could potentially manage because, you know, very low downforce, but here, again, every little bit counts. Speaking of, Mount hits the back of Henry in a desperate attempt to get past, but manages to pull past. Speaking of, another battle going on just behind Red Bull and Alpine of Zach and Technic Speedy. Technic Speedy gets ahead and up to P9.
Look who's leading.
Yeah, Punju is leading by a good margin. He's a second clear.
What has happened to Beast?
Beast has seemingly gone into hibernation because Punju has really just pulled away.
He lost a lot of time through that corner. Does he have damage?
Maybe.
He has to have damage. Surely.
Maybe not. I'm not sure.
He's losing so much time.
Okay, either Beast's tires have fallen off, he's lost a little bit of something, or he has damage. Something is going on.
There's no way.
Something is afoot.
There's no way. There's no way he just lost 4/10 in a single corner. Dude, where? That's not possible. He definitely has some sort of damage. How did that happen?
I mean, you say that, but then he goes even through the next corner. I think he's just... Okay, now he's losing more time. What is going on with Beast? Is he going to pit? Because that would definitely confirm it. Nope. He doesn't appear to have any damage.
I wonder if Punju made the move on Beast and Beast hit the back of Punju, braking a little bit too late. Because I think left-hand corners, like decently high-speed left-hand corners, seem to be the killer. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, and AK...
It's very strange because he's lost over a second in a lap.
Yeah.
And they're on the same lap old tires.
Yeah, AK meanwhile pits, and he drops all the way down to P16. They make that P17 now as KDM got passed, and he's on the hard tires as well. They'll be able to make it to the end, but like I said, I do not like the grip that they have, or rather, lack thereof. So I think AK choosing not to pit was a bit of a strategic blunder, along with Henry.
Thought about going for a move on KDM there. That would have been suicidal.
Yeah. Again, like, it seems like there's an opening, and then it closes so quickly. And so there's so many vortex of danger moments here. Like, it's just all over the track, where it's just, you see an opening, and then as soon as you see it, it closes. And those drivers that are too aggressive might go for that gap that exists that will, in a moment's time, no longer exist. And it will be very costly for them.
Speaking of openings, Mod saw an opening for P4, and he quickly took that. Same with Zach as well. He made the move on Henry. He's now up into 7th.
Yeah,
so,
Henry...
DRS very much playing a factor for a lot of these guys right now.
Yeah, Henry was just...
running away.
Yeah, Henry has no battery. Well, no, not battery. He has, like, no grip left in his tires. That's what I was getting at. 16 lap old hards, like... They are absolutely miserable at this point. They're just falling away, and you're just getting swallowed by the field behind you. That's essentially what it turns into at this point.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Punju, I mean, yeah, he, like you said, he's made a clean getaway. Like, he could get a track limit penalty right now and still be fine. Obviously, not in his best interest to get one in the first place, but, you know, he is clear.
According to Sandman, Beast got damaged from an incident with Punju, so I think he did hit the back of him.
Well,
Surely.
okay, so that's the only way he could have gotten the damage, either that or they banged wheels alongside or something. Like, I'm not sure as to what happened, so I can't really comment on who would be at fault or whatever. And well, also, I'm no steward, so, you know, ultimately, I'm not the verdict.
Sketchy saying maybe Pun is just goated around here. Well, I mean...
He appears to be.
He qualified P9, but, like, he has played the strategy very well, so maybe he just knows the strategy.
Yeah, strategy, it's also really important at tracks like this. You get the strategy wrong a little bit, and you're just screwed. Like, this isn't a track where you can really make a comeback and pull that off. This isn't like Brazil or something, where you can do that and make that happen.
Oh, yeah. It's very difficult. But, hey, he's making it work. He is just absolutely clear, as now everybody's starting to bunch up behind Beast. Gary's now within a second of his teammate. And he has Mod, Kiss My Axe, and Technic Speedy all behind him.
Yeah, Beast, I think if the pace difference is really that significant, it would be in his best interest to be a team player and just not... Oh, never mind, he's going to the pits.
Scratch that, I guess. As Mod thinking about move, maybe on Gary around the outside? Surely not. Does he get it done? They're still going at it.
They're going to go side by side in the hairpin.
3. Mod has that inside, but Gary trying to keep it around the outside. Mod has got the position. No, he hasn't. Gary's still there. They're still going at it.
They're going to go side by side to the next corner, too.
Surely not.
They are!
Surely someone has to back out! They're backing out! Mod around the outside! What a move!
That is without a doubt the best overtake of the race. Props to Mount for doing that for almost half a lap and sticking it out.
Props to both of them.
Yeah,
Gary
absolutely.
leaving the space, Mod leaving the space, and both of them not backing out. Brilliant.
Good, clean, respectable racing. However, Gary has no battery left to use, and neither does Mod.
Yeah, the person out of this train with the most amount of battery is currently Technic Speedy. He is just sitting at 60%.
Yeah, I feel like, assume within the next 4 to 6 laps, or I would say within the next 2 to 6 laps, we will be seeing. Oh no! Kiss My Axe hits Carrie. They take each other out. Oh.
Bit of a dive from Speedy, and
Yeah, like I said, vortex of danger moment. That's what turn 1 is there. That was
pretty much.
That was exactly it. Oh no, they come together again!
Oh dear.
This is just sheer insanity, but like I was saying, within the next 6 laps, let's say that, everybody's going to be pitting for new sets of mediums. If people really want to stick it out, they could wait about 6 laps, pit for soft tires, which would be a really aggressive strategy, but it is possible.
Maybe. I mean, it just depends on how good the wear is for some people. If they have bad wear, they go for mediums. If they have decent wear, they could go for softs.
Yeah, I mean, the hards
just depends on how much these tires have been used.
Yeah, the hards theoretically could make it to the end, but I think the pace deficit you would be experiencing is so horrible, it's not worth it. Like,
I think the people that pitted onto hards on that safety car restart, I think they might extend to go to softs. Those on mediums,
yeah, that's why
either could extend to softs, or the most probably the better situation, go on just to another set of mediums. I feel like would be the play.
Yeah,
had they started onto a soft or a hard before, like at the start of the race. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, like you said, I definitely think, like when I mentioned that medium or soft tire, I definitely think the hard tire runners would have their best interest to go for that. Extend them just a little bit longer and do that. Meanwhile, the medium runners go for another set of mediums, unless, you know, you're confident in your management and you do have a spare set. For example, Punchu does not. So he will have to go for a set of mediums here soon. But, you know, while he is able to continue pulling a gap like this, might as well stick it out just a little bit longer, extend a little bit further, and then pit for a set of medium tires.
Yeah, he has a lot. He could do basically anything he wants.
Oh,
right
yeah.
now.
He's got a very good, well, how do I put it? He's in a very good situation. There we go. Because, like you said, he has, like, several ways to kind of get this through and potentially win.
I think no matter what he does, I genuinely think he's just got this no matter what.
I do agree with you, but
and he's just yeah, he's just had more pace than Mod, and he has that availability to do what he wants. Even if Mod goes onto a set of softs, Punju will be on mediums, the wear will kick in, and Punju will be faster. So he's got that level of play around him, no matter what.
Yeah, that 6.5 second gap is certainly helping him out with that. Oh, meanwhile, a little bit further back.
Oh,
this is going to be so close. Okay, Normbash gets up to P8, it looks like, or is holding off AK right now. AK playing a very dangerous game there, and he managed to win. Yeah, I thought he nearly hit the back of Normbash, but just managed to squeeze through. Very, very gutsy move from AK to pull that off. Meanwhile,
now Normbash is looking to defend now against Testarossa. Testarossa down the inside? Not quite.
Yeah, again, another vortex of danger moment right there. That's literally what it is. That is textbook vortex of danger right there.
Yeah, luckily for them, unlike Speedy and Gary, they managed to come off clean. And now with 3 cars going at it, Normbash goes into the pits. Beast is going to make the move on Testarossa. Goes up into 9th. As Kiss My Axe he actually just exits the pits on a fresh set of the mediums. So, those that pitted on the first safety car, they're starting to work the strategy out. I feel like this would be a really good time actually for the strategy to start coming in.
Yeah, like I said, like within the next 6 laps, we're still within that 6-lap window that I mentioned earlier. So I mean, I think everything's gonna pop off within the next 3 laps now. Maybe within the next 5 laps if people want to just do an 8-lap run on softs, but honestly, I would say 10. You might as well go for 10 with the softs tire at that point.
Either way, I think the pit window is just open in
Right
this
now.
current situation.
Oh yeah, I think it is open right now.
Lap 23 over to lap
28 at the latest.
29.
Really? 29?
I think people would extend it. Yeah, I genuinely think so.
Yeah, I wouldn't want.
Why not?
I personally would not want to extend that long, but I mean, who knows? Maybe there are people who are confident enough to pull that off. I am not one of them.
People do be crazy.
People do be crazy. This is very true.
That's just the beauty of racing, I guess.
Yeah.
Testrosa, now the next one to go into the pits. Onto a set of softs for 12 laps. Okay.
I am uncertain about this strategy choice, but I mean, by all means, go for it. Yeah, like you were saying, people do be crazy. Whenever I think about crazy and racing, I can only think of that moment in NASCAR like 2 years ago, where a guy went, you know what, I'm gonna do wall riding IRL, and he made it work. And
that man is my hero.
Yeah, that man, like, he will forever be remembered in racing history for that moment. Like, he left his mark permanently in the world of motorsport with that. Like,
Bro used a video game tactic and executed it to brilliance.
He literally said, it's like, dude, I just did a move that I did in a video game, and I thought it would work, and then it did.
Like, there's a huge fight going on further back. I just want to mention Fatweed has just cleared Gary. Gary is struggling on the 16-lap old mediums, and now he's got Process and Henry all over the back of them. But yeah, no. Why can't I think of his name? Chastain. Yes.
Yeah, that's it. Ross Chastain.
Chastain.
Yeah.
That man. He is my hero for doing that.
Boy, he wanted
that
to
was for a playoff spot.
No. Oh. No, this isn't good.
Process.
This isn't good.
That could have been very bad.
I saw Process creeping on the outside. I'm just thinking, are you out of your mind? This. I'm amazed that didn't end in disaster. That was not okay. That was
surely not. No. Okay. He almost thought about it again. He almost thought about going for a move at turn 7.
This is not good for my heart rate, man. Please stop.
I don't blame you, and I'm literally live with this right now, as you are too. As Gary's really struggling, does Process go for it this time around? Surely not. He thought about it.
He was thinking about it.
Vortex. Oh, as we got Border in the pits now.
Yep, he's the first one of those front runners to go for that stop. So now, I mean, again, we're still entering that window, and none of them are pitting. None of them are pitting. Oh, never mind. Gary. There goes Gary.
Oh, but Henry's now looking for the move on Process. After Gary's been unleashed, Henry down the inside, not quite. Process breaks that a little bit later.
He's still looking. Never mind. He did not get through, but I sense he's going to try around the outside here. Oh, never mind. He was too far back.
Ark, to answer your question of who let Panju cook, him, himself, and he.
Yeah,
himself.
Panju is him.
He is really him right now. I wonder if he does extend to a set of softs, though. He might actually do it. I don't know. What is Panju cooking? He's still going.
Oh
CJT
no!
Has
wait. He's retired from this. Okay, I was in the pit. Okay,
That would have been horrible for Panju because he just passed the pit lane.
Yeah.
That would have been.
Dude, I saw part of the truck light up yellow retirement. I'm like, oh, there's a crash, and then I see he's in the pits. So it's like mentally, I just went, I just.
That would have just been the
that was not
worst
okay.
case scenario for Panju ever. But he's lucky this time around. Henry gets that final point spot. Passes Process. Pretty easy move. Sharky left? Sharky was still in the lobby. All right.
Yeah.
He's probably helping Emmy Jacobson, actually. That makes a lot of sense. We move.
Yeah, meanwhile, Testarossa just got past Normbash and up to P14. And once again, these drivers are continuing to stay out. Does Poncho have an extra set of soft tires or something?
I don't know.
He must.
He did.
That's the only reason why I could consider him staying out this long. Is he trying
He's
to make...
still going!
There's no way he's going to try to make it to the end on this tire, right?
No way. No. How many laps is that right now? Do the math in my head. That is 28, 29 laps? Surely not.
There's no way he's going to try that because, I mean... He's still pulling the gap. That's the thing. And again, this is my point, that the hard tires suck. Like, even now, 20 laps in, the mediums are doing better.
Well, this is the interesting part, because if he pits, yes, he'll be behind Beast, who pitted earlier, but he's going to be much faster. If he doesn't pit, Beast is going to catch. And if Punju gets a puncture, then he's just going to be absolutely screwed.
Okay,
Mod and MB Jacobson would be in better position to take it to the end.
Okay, according to MRK, a driver did make it in Tier 6. A driver did make it 28 laps on the mediums, and Snips did say Punju is trying to make it to the end. Now,
no way!
There is no way he's actually going to do this. If he does, I'm going to be madly impressed.
That's going to be driver of the day if he does not get a puncture. Never finish in, okay!
And just as we say
he
that,
heard our doubts.
Yeah.
He heard our doubts. Oh, thank God. What about Mod?
I do think that was the right call.
Out. Mod is staying out. I
soft
think
tires.
He can commit to
He's
it.
going soft.
Okay.
Okay. Now he's going to be losing a few positions, but you know he's got really good pace. But he's going to have to reel in that top 5 once again. But I think it's very possible.
So, if Mod stays out for the rest of this race and Punju, granted, if anything happens or not, Punju has to close in 11 seconds. Which is possible. What is that? 8 laps?
I think that's doable.
It's doable.
But difficult.
It is easy to catch, but there's 5 people he needs to overtake. That's the big thing. He could. I think he could do it. I genuinely think he could do it. He can overtake all these guys and take the win.
You said 11.5 seconds, right? He's already cut down a full second. So, yeah. He's already one ways down. He's going for a move here. There's no way. No. Oh, poor Punju. Vortex of danger. Oh. Literally, he got a little bit too desperate. Oh no.
How about 14 seconds? Can you do that?
Maybe. He's gonna have to push like he's never pushed before. Yeah.
It could be possible, but that is 7 laps of overtaking 7 cars. He has to overtake a car a lap. I don't think that's doable.
Yeah, you say that, but he's already considering going for one. I bet he's going to go on the outside of this hatch to try and swerve his way around. Oh, but Kiss My Axe keeps his car nice and wide. Punju does not have an opening here.
The traction, though. The traction. He's thinking about it.
He's looking for an opening, but Kiss My Axe is not having it. Oh my god.
Surely not. Can't take it. Easy. None of them had the battery.
Punju is not holding back. He's going on the inside here. He's going on the inside. Yep. Oh my god. He's so close. Punju's out of his mind. Kiss My Axe putting up the defense of his life is going to save him out, I think. I think that literally just saved Mod's race.
He's going for it again!
Same corner! And it still didn't work. Kiss My Axe is defending like an absolute god.
This is giving Mod the win.
This is giving Mod the win. Punju getting held up is going to cost him with... Oh my god!
Unless, and this is a very big unless, Beast catches up. Because he's still in this fight. He's got 11 lap fresher tires and on a step softer. Is Beast the dark horse?
I don't think so. I think he's just a little bit too far, and his tires are a little bit too... maybe. We'll have to see. Punju, again, looking really desperate here, trying to make a move. He has only about 4 laps left, and he has 12 seconds and 6 cars to get through.
This
Pit
isn't
my Max is trying to get
working.
alongside.
This isn't working. This isn't working. He can't pass these guys as efficiently. He's not going to be able to get the move. He
He's
can still get
trying
a podium.
again.
Beast owes Axe a beer.
He really does.
He does.
This is well, yeah, but Mod still has 7 seconds though. That's the thing. I think
But it's
Beast
more
will
the
be
fact that Hanju won't overtake.
yeah. Well, speaking of overtake, here he goes on the outside now. Will he get clear the LP? Oh no! AK!
Oh, dear.
Oh, they bang wheels and come together. AK spins out and is now down to P9.
Oh,
Punji does
man.
not have time to care, though. He is on a mission, and unfortunately, I think that mission is failed. He is too far back, and he has no battery left.
That could have been a penalty. That could be a penalty, too,
That
so
could
that's
be a
even
penalty.
more. That is more insult to injury for Punju.
I mean, granted, I think had he not failed that overtake in the first place, he would have been fine. But again,
Yeah.
that move was
Well,
not on. That move was not happening.
Well, he's gonna have to try it again now. This on Speedy again, where he tried to overtake, got half spun. Now he's going for it again. The beef is probably still there. Man, he got it done. See, that would have been the way to go.
Yeah, great overtake that time. But still, 10.5 seconds between himself and the leader. Beast, meanwhile, has 6 seconds. So he somehow needs to be 2 seconds a lap faster if he hopes to win, which, again, I don't think is happening. So
Nah, he wasn't that much quicker on the previous lap. So I think Mod has this for now.
yeah, we can see Punju is rapidly gaining. No way he squeezed himself alongside! Did it! He's through. He's up to P4. Now, he's got a little bit of a gap further, but I don't think he's winning, but I think a podium is still very much on the cards, as long as he doesn't get a penalty for the incident with AK.
Well, he could. Who knows? But either way,
yeah, I didn't get the greatest
should he have
point of view.
extended? Should he have pitted earlier? Should he have pitted later?
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's very difficult. He had to pick because he wasn't making it. But I feel like there could have been more. He could have done more. If he pitted earlier, he would have been ahead of Beast. Just saying.
Oh, yeah. I absolutely agree. I do think it would have been better for him if he did pit earlier, but unfortunately, you know, I think it's too little too late at this point. There's no way he's winning at this point. The gap is too great, and the pace is just not there, especially with no battery. So, I mean, you know, this is it.
I'm just looking over at Maud right now, and I'm just watching how he's driving. I just come to the realization he has actually been taking real good care of these tires. The tires don't even look that bad. I don't see any graining, and he is very smooth. He has treated these tires nicely. Fair play.
Yeah, Punju, meanwhile, has been abusing his tires and desperate attempt to make some moves. Yeah, so I can bet you his wear is already a little bit more severe. That's another case impact right there, but he will have a great opportunity to get past MB Jacobson right now. So here he goes. Looks like it's pretty even for the most part. Punju sneaks on the inside! What?
Jeez.
That was incredibly risky, but it just paid off for him.
That was very aggressive from him, but he manages to get it done. Now he needs to pull a gap because if he does get a 5-second, it could be over. He has the pace, but as to whether he has the time, I feel like it may be a little bit too little too late. We'll see. Gap, by the way, for the lead is cut down to 3.3, but it's still just not quite enough for Beast to take it. Gotta
Oh,
take it easy for Mod. All he has
yeah.
to do, he has to take it easy. He can afford to lose 2 seconds, I would say. At least 2 seconds a lap.
Yeah,
Because now we're coming on to the
I
final
agree.
lap.
Yeah, Mal can just play it safe across his final lap, and then he'll be just fine. And I have a feeling he won't be doing any interviews because for those who are reserving or commentating, they're going to immediately have to rush into the next tier, which is tier 2. Be sure to watch that. Also, tier 1 and no assists later.
I'll be rushing into the comms booth right after that.
Yeah,
for
so
tier 2 at least.
I think there will be no interviews for today, but yeah, like I said, be sure to tune into tiers 2, 1, and NA a little bit later on. So yeah. Meanwhile, yeah, Mod, he's got it pretty safe. He did lose a second, but honestly, that doesn't matter at this point. That's completely fine. Better to just play it safe throughout this final lap, and then he can just bring it on home.
Yeah, just a couple more corners to go for Mod.
Yeah, I gotta say, also very impressive tire management for him to hold on this long on those hard tires. I don't know how he did it. I certainly wouldn't be able to pull that off ever. But brilliant stint, brilliant race by him, and that's going to be a very well-deserved victory. Beast crosses the line to take second, and Punju, unfortunately for him, will be third. What could have been a victory was unfortunately snatched away by his own hand, of course, but you know, still tragic.
I'm just gonna say this. Mod wasn't only treating the tires, there was another thing he had to deal with that we completely forgot about. He was conserving fuel. He ran out as he went across the line.
What? Okay, that's even
Yeah.
more impressive. Wow.
Driver of the day.
Driver of the
For
day.
me. Easily.
I agree.
In fact, actually, oh yeah, no, he deserves driver of the day no matter what. He treated the tires that long. He just managed to run out of fuel right as he went across the line, and up 16 places.
Yeah, that driver of the day is earned.
Undisputed.
That is one of the best performances that I've seen this season, without a doubt. Absolutely incredible.
Started 17th and won the race at a 1-stop. 28 laps on those tires.
I gotta say,
ran out of fuel at the end.
I am looking forward to the next season so that I don't have to look at the AlphaTauri anymore. I am so looking forward to that.
Can't say I blame you. But that is just mightily impressive from Mod.
Oh yeah, just absolutely incredible. And just wow. That was incredible overall. So yeah, what a race we just had.
Yeah, that was a brilliant race from all those guys.
Yeah.
And yeah, props to Mod.
Yeah.
That was just brilliant management from him.
Yeah,
I'm gonna head off now for tier 2. Be sure to tune in for that, everybody.
Yeah, a lot of action, a lot of drama, triumph, and tragedy. Pretty much everything you would want in a good race. And that's exactly what we got. So, yeah, great to see. All right, and that's going to be it. Like I said earlier, be sure to watch Tiers 2, 1, and no assists. We'll be seeing you all later.